Good evening, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Say hello. Tell me where you're watching from if you're new to my page. So tonight I'm working on a oval grapevine. I was just trying to clean it up a little. This one is like really dirty. I mean, it's just got so much stuff in it. It just keeps coming out. So I'm trying to get as much out as I possibly can. I always try to use a piece of paper down when I'm working with grapevines because they are so messy. Just kind of helps to keep that all contained a little bit. So yeah, we're going to do this oval grapevine. It's actually not going to be a long process, hopefully. I say that and then, you know, things always end up taking forever, right? So I've cleaned it up as much as I can. I just want to make sure that the back side is cleaned up more than the front because that's what's going to go up against the customer's door. So I want to feel for anything that might be poking, that might scratch their door. Anyway, but you want to make sure there's as little as possible that's going to damage the customer's door. Don't want anything that was going to, you know, leave a gouge or anything in their door. So we want to get all that out. Cut down any big protruding parts. Alright, so this oval is a little wonky shaped. So I think we're going to use this thinner side to put our stuff on and fill that out. And kind of hopefully balance it out a little. I don't know what happened with that, but that's the way it came. So we're going to be using this red velvet ribbon. This is wired. We're going to use some cardinals. So I got a couple different ones here that we're going to be using. And then I've got some picks. So we're going to use these picks here, and I have 4 of them. Those are going to be our 4 main bases. And then I've got a whole bucket full of stuff over here that we're going to use for fillers. So, alright, so let's get started on this. I got my glue pot going. We're going to take these tags off of here. So how's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody keeping warm? Tell me where you're from and how cold it is at your place. Because we're cold. For North Carolina, this is cold. There's Susan. Alright, so the only thing wired is the main stem. These other little stems are not wired. So you can't really, you know, pose them where you want them. They'll just bounce right back. Do I want to make my bow first? I'll make my bow first. Alright, so I'm using this velvet ribbon here. I really like this ribbon. It's the darker red. The burgundy red. Alright, so I'm going to do some long tails. For right now, I think I'm going to do 36-inch tails. This is a 1.5-inch ribbon. And I think I'm going to do my loops at 5 inches. A little over 5. Alright, so I'm going to do probably, I don't know, maybe 5 loops on each side, maybe 6. It's going to be a nice big loopy bow. 4, 5, we're going to do one more. Alright, so we got some really long tails and some big loops. Thank you for sharing. I really do appreciate that more than you know. Thank you. That helps our businesses more than you'll know. Alright, so we got the pin back in that. Let me move it out of the way. Alright, let me grab, what did I do with them? Here they are. Just had some. I'm going to use some black zip ties. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Hey, look at that. I can count. Bet y'all didn't know I could count, did you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so I'm going to take my zip tie, I'm going to go up underneath, and I'm going to zip tie this together. Alright, that's all in there. I'm going to pull this off. I'm going to hold this one side tight so that my zip tie doesn't move. Or sorry, so that my bow doesn't move. I need the zip tie to move. So I'm going to turn that around. I'm going to tighten it up just a tad bit more. Put my other zip tie on the back. That's the one that's going to go on the grapevine. All right. Alright, so I want my bow. Let me see where I want to do this. Do I want to go this way with it? We'll try it and see. Yeah. Alright, so now we've got those on there. That took long enough. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down and I'm going to zip tie them. I'm going to glue them and zip tie them in. Let me see if I can get my tail out of the way here. So I'm going to get this up underneath here. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to cut these way down. Yeah, FabFind Community is just a free page that we have. It's a group page. For crafters and those who like to watch crafters. They can share their lives, meet new people, ask questions, things like that. It's not a paid group, but you do have to answer the questions in order to be accepted, and that kind of keeps out people that we don't want in there, like the, trolls. So as long as you answer those questions, you'll automatically be accepted. But if you don't answer the questions, then Susan and I have to go in and we have to go make sure that you're, an actual crafter or a person that doesn't have like a fake page, that kind of stuff. Just to kind of keep everybody safe and to keep people from being spammed and things like that. So, alright, so I'm going to glue this in. Just had it in a good spot and now I can't get it in there, of course. Isn't that the way it always goes? Would you just go in, please? Doesn't want to do it. Doesn't want to do it. There we go. Alright, so now I'm going to put a zip tie right here just to keep this from flopping around. So I have these smaller zip ties. These are little 5-inch ones. I'm sorry if I'm missing any comments. The comments don't stay on my screen, so I have to go back and tap the screen in order to see them, so it'll be just a second. But I am not ignoring anybody. Come on. Will you please do what I want? Alright, let's get this in here. There it goes. Gotta get my zip tied through the grapevine. All the snow's coming off on my fingers. Alright, so we're going to zip tie that down. Cut that off. Alright, there's that one. So these picks are really inexpensive. I got these from my supplier, but you can get something similar to this at like Hobby Lobby and that when they have them. I know they don't right now. Oh, let's do it right here. Alright, so I will hold it up and show you guys the front here as we go, because I know it's hard for you to see with it laying down. I might put another one up there, but right now I'm going to bend this the other way because this was the one I was going to use up there. Obviously I wasn't paying attention. This has got these little red berries. It's got the flocked pine. And then it's got these flocked pine cones on it as well. Really nice. Yes, we are so close to 10,000. We are less than 600 away from 10,000 followers. Can you guys believe that? How exciting. I am so excited about that. When I hit 6,000, when I hit 10,000, we're going to have a big virtual party. I'm already collecting things to give away, so we'll have a bunch of giveaways and all kinds of fun. Let's see if I can get this in here where I want it. Come on. I need you to go in there. Thank you. Some parts of the grapevine are really loose and others are tight, so just have to be able to work it in there and force it to go. So again, I'm going to zip tie this down, but first I'm going to put this next one in and see if I can't zip tie them together. That's not the one I was going to use. See, I keep doing that. This is the one that's got to go around the curve here. So this one's going to go right here. Like this. So what I want to do is I want to get that zip tie to go right there and right there. So let me glue this one in first. I'm going to go up underneath here. Well, that shouldn't have come off. Maybe we can add those in. Take that one off too. There we go. Alright, I'm going to zip tie this one. Alright, let me get rid of these over here. I saw another one I didn't clip over here. Let me get rid of this one. Okay, there we go. Alright. So I'm going to go back and take some of those pieces and put them in here where there's a little bit of a gap where we put those two underneath the bow. So there's that. So we've got one left and we're going to use that to piece in like this with these. So all I'm going to do is stick these in my glue. And I'm going to pop these up in here underneath the bow. And it's going to fill in that space. Alright, so let's take some more pieces off of here. We'll use this one, and this one. And then anywhere I see some gaps, I'm going to put one of these in. Right there. I want to put one over here. Get a couple more pieces off of here. Alright, so I want to get up under the bow on the outside as well and fill in those spots. And I'm just pushing this down into the grapevine, up under the bow, and it's pointing out. I love the flocked greenery. I wish I had some other flocked. I wish I had a flocked wreath, but I couldn't get one this year. But believe it or not, I went and found some Hanukkah stuff the other day at Joann's. I don't normally go to Joann's. Our Joann's doesn't have a lot of, stuff that I use. It's mostly fabrics and stuff like that in our store. They have a very, very small section, probably not as big as this part of my desk is their floral section. So ours is not that great with stuff that I would need. But I did go in there because I got a coupon from them, or an email from them, saying they were having a 60% off sale. And I thought, well, why not? Let's go see what they have. And when I got in there, their mesh and their ribbon was 60% off. So it made it $3.99. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. So I saw some stuff for Hanukkah, and I bought that because when I did my show in October, I had several people ask me if I had any Hanukkah wreaths. Well, as you guys know, finding stuff for Hanukkah is very hard. Joann's had mesh and ribbon and signs for Hanukkah, so I bought several. So next year, I will have them when they ask. Of course, probably next year nobody will ask me, but hey, at least I'll have them. They'll be in my shop. So this one I'm just using for fillers, and I'm filling in any of those empty spots. Let's do the inside real quick. So I want to go underneath my bow over on this side, on the inside too. I'm going to hold it up for y'all in just a minute. There we go. A couple more pieces here I can use. So I was really excited about the Hanukkah stuff. So I've got a couple of the signs are just plain wooden signs. Excuse me. So I'd have to paint them, but that's okay. I mean, painting Hanukkah signs, it's 2 shades of blue and white. That's it. I think one of them was a little wooden menorah, and then a dreidel, and then something that said, I think it said "Joy to the World" or something like that. I don't remember offhand, but so yeah, that I was really excited about that. Wish I'd have known or had seen them before that, but that's all right. All right, so we're going to take these last 2 pieces off. Yes, please sign up for my email list too. If you guys are new to my page, sign up for my email list and you'll get notified whenever I go live. You'll get notified when I have sales. You'll get notified when I put new merchandise in my shop. Like, I don't message you every time I put a new wreath in my shop, but when I get new wreath supplies like ribbon and signs, because I do sell ribbon and signs in my shop, I do let you know about that. No, you guys would get really irritated if I messaged you every time I put a wreath in my shop. But I don't spam you. I just message you when I go live. So once a week right now. Normally twice a week, because I do a live on Facebook, but I'm for the rest of this year I'm not doing. I'm sorry, YouTube, not Facebook. I'm not doing YouTube for the rest of this year. I got to get that all straightened out. I'm a little behind on all my stuff on YouTube. So once I get that fixed and up to date, then I'll be back over there. That one I usually do on Friday. Alright, so I'm going to take a couple of these red berries, and I'm going to pop them in there. Let's see. I'm going to try gluing it in and see. I don't know if it'll stay. If not, I'll have to come back and... There we go. That might work. And I've also got some extra pine cones, but let me show you guys what we got here so far. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop them and cinch them. I'll pinch it together right here. What did I do with my bind wire? I had some bind wire sitting here. This is bind wire. It's just a real thin paper coated wire. I'm going to use some of this. It blends in really well with the grapevine. Let's go right here. Alright, so there's a little gap right here. I'm going to take my bind wire and I'm going to go up underneath. If I can get it to go. Where are you? I see you right there. Need 3 hands. So the bind wire, I don't care if it's on the outside, because you're not going to see it anyway. It blends in really well. Alright, we're going to do that again right here at the end. That one's probably a little too much. I might have to go back and undo that one. We'll see. I might get some more stuff in here. Alright, so I'm going to do the same thing right here. I'm just going underneath some of these thicker branches or grapevines. Alright, so I dovetailed that. Alright, yeah, that one's going to be a little too big. I'm probably going to have to go back and take this one out and move it up just a little bit here, I think, is what I'm going to do. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that right now. I will fix it later. This one I want to bring up. Alright, so we're going to bring this up here. I'm going to do the same over here. There's a little gap right there, and we're going to put it in there. But this time I think I'm going to put it around here. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if I want that one that long. You know what? I'll fix it later. I'm just going to go with it for now, and I'll fix it later if it's not what I like. If it doesn't look good, then we'll change it up. Alright, so this sign's not going to have, or this wreath is not going to have any sign. Getting myself all flustered here. Hey, Willie. I'm going to hold this up for you guys here in just a second. Getting this last one on. And like I said, I'll go back probably and move these if I don't like how big they are. This one's going to be a little bit longer. I just love this velvet. And then I'm going to fill in the bow as well. As a matter of fact, this velvet came from Carolina Pottery. pretty? Love it. All right, so there's that. Hey, Tom, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. Did y'all get to see it? Yeah, so this one here is the one I think is just, the loop is too big or too long. So I'll probably go back and fix that one later. So I won't make y'all sit here and watch me do that. But these other ones here, like this one, we can curl. You know, I love to curl my ribbons, so we can do this. Give it a little curly cue. I'll make it look nicer later. All right, so let's see what else we got here. And then I've got these iced ones. I really like these. I might put some of these in, but I'm going to cut them up first. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's put some of these iced ones in. I'm going to keep my tags. So I'm going to cut this down into 3 pieces. No, first all right, so we're going to move these in here. So I'm going to go along the outside and the inside with these. So I want to give it some fullness here. So I'm just lifting up my other greenery and I'm tucking this up underneath it. If y'all are new to my page, be sure to say hello. We'd like to give you a nice warm welcome. Invite you to join our email list so that you can get notified whenever I go live. Everything is in the description up above. You can click on the link there. You can also get my supply list if you're interested in that. It has a list of everything I use in my shop, my wire cutters, my ribbon racks, all of that stuff that I tell you where I got it. Gives you a clickable link so you can go straight to it and find it yourself. I think I'm going to put a small one right in here. Right there. Okay, I'm going to put one more on the outside here. I think right here. Good thing I just put more glue in my pot because yep, I sell the needles. If you've all ever seen or heard about the needles that help you with your getting your signs and attachments onto your wreaths, I sell those in my shop. wreathdecorbydawn.com. They come in packs of 3. You can get the long ones or you can get the short ones. I have the 3.5 inch and the 6 inch. I'll show you what they look like here in just a second. Let's see, that's the front, that's the back. Let me cut this one down just a little bit. There we go, that works good right there. So there is a little video in the listing for the needles that shows you how we use them if you're not familiar with them. But all they are is these little weaving needles. Here's the 6 inch size. You get 3. Or you can get 3 of the 3.5 inch. And all we do is we use these to help us get through our grapevines. You can get your wires and pipe cleaners through your grapevines if you're putting a sign or something on them. Through the mesh, if you're doing a mesh wreath. You can use them. The small ones are good for teaching kids how to sew. There's no sharp point to them. They got the wide eye. They've also got where you can use these for if you knit or crochet to sew off your ends. So there's a lot of uses for them. Got glue all over my fingers. So those are in my shop. You get a set of 3 of either size. Shipping's included with them. And I'm telling you, they really help. If you struggle with putting signs on, bows on, you will not struggle again. All right. Got like 2 pieces left. I'm going to make sure to use them all because I don't want to waste any of this. I think I'm going to do this one up top here. I think we need another one right here. Although that one is, you know what I do need is to cut off a piece and fill in right here where there's a gap. It's not big enough that I need a whole big piece, but it is big enough to where it needs to be there, filled in. I think I'm going to do the same over here with these 2. Alright, I got one little piece left, so let me see if I need to fill anything in. But see how much fuller that looks now? I just stuck my finger in that glue. See how much fuller it is now? Alright, so let's get rid of these 3 and then we'll move on to one more piece of greenery that I was hoping to put in. We'll see if it'll work. So again, if you're new to my page, be sure to give it a like and a follow. Sign up for my emails. I'm going to put some in my bow up here. I got 3 pieces up here I think I'm going to use. Whoops. Don't want this glue strings all over everything. Yeah, so I finally got them sent off today. I kept walking past that wreath on my dining room table, and every time I'd look at it, I'd say, I gotta get that sent, I gotta get that sent. Well, I finally got it sent. That one there, and I'm gonna put another one over here. And I will go back with some other fillers in my bow, but for now we're just gonna use those, because I want to get them in there. Four, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to bug me. Alright, let's see what else we got. I don't think I want any more flocked stuff, but I do have these with the pine cones on them. I don't know if I want to add these in or not. Let me take a look at them. I'm going to cut one off. Let's take this one right here. And these are just this little greenery that's got this pine cone at the tip of it. Let's see if I want to tuck some of these in. I don't think I need it, to be honest with you. This is going to be messy. These flocked pieces. I think I'm going to take a couple of these and put them in my bow. Right here. There we go. I'm going to hold this up for you here in a sec. I got to figure out. These are all one big stem here. We'll take this one off. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling the other ones. They just didn't look right. Maybe if I didn't have all the flocked stuff on there, they would have worked, but no, not with this. Okay, so these have this heavy flock on them. So I'm going to take and put these in my bow. Then we'll probably be done. Alright, let's see. We need another one right here. Alright, and I think I'm going to take one of these pine cones and put it down in the center of my bow. And then I thought I had some berries somewhere here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Right there. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'm going to probably put some berries over here to cover that up. But I'm not going to do that until I fix my tails. Because that one down there, this one is too long. Alright, so you guys want to see it? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So it's a nice little winter wreath. We got to put our birds on. Maybe that's where the bird will go. I am not going to glue the birds in until I fix the ribbons. Because then, you know, I won't be able to get them out. So let's just look and see here. Let me clip this baby on and see. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that so it stays there. So there's one. You like that? Thank you. So we've got that one there, and then we'll put another one down here. See if I can get it on here without breaking the clip on it, so there's another one. Okay. I think that would be pretty. I think that's going to go on my door. What do you think? I think I might put that on my door. But there's nothing on here that says that it's Christmas, so you can hang this up. After Christmas is over, this will get you through to Valentine's Day. And if you don't put anything on your door at Valentine's Day, it'll get you to Easter. It's just a nice little winter wreath. So again, I'm going to fix this one down here, and I'm going to fix this one right here. And then I will take and put a stick on these birds, the cardinals, and then I will glue them into the actual wreath. Right now they're clipped on. If you've never bought one before, you get these at Hobby Lobby or anywhere. They come with these little lobster claws on them, or alligator clips, whatever you want to call them. And they just pull right out. You just take a pair of needle nose pliers, pull it out, and that little hole that's left in there is where you can put your stem to glue it into your wreath. And that's what I'll do. Yeah, all winter long it would be a perfect wreath. So I think I'm going to put it on my door. I don't know. What do you think? No, because you know me, I sell everything. So even if I make it for myself, somebody says, I like that, I want it, you can have it. Everything's for sale. That's the way I work. So there we go, guys. That's it for tonight. Okay. Thank Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Be kind to one another.